Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRion. Right now we're going to be jumping into episode 5 of series 1 of the House of the Dragon. We are literally halfway through this first season now. And man, okay, quick recap before we really get into this. So last time, Rhaenyra sneaked out of the castle with Daemon's help. And it looked like he was kind of showing her side of the kingdom that she's never really seen before. They ended up going to this pleasure house and yeah, got a little bit touchy-feely, and Daemon ended up pulling away, only for Rhaenyra to go and get it on with Sir Cole. And let's kind of hope that Sir Cole actually pulled out. Sorry, but it was kind of said that she might be pregnant because of the way that the Maester brought this tea for her to drink. And like I said in the last episode, it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of thing. Like if she don't drink it and she is pregnant, then it's going to come out that she has slept with someone. But if she does drink it, you know, just in case she is pregnant, then the king is going to know that she has slept with somebody. So, you know, and as far as the king, like he's now got rid of his hand. Well, almost literally. But no, like he's got rid of his hand. Otto has been plotting and scheming now for so long, I think. And the one time that Otto was actually trying to be like helpful to the king looked at it like, no, you've been scheming and plotting against me for so long. The queen, your daughter, was a calculated thing, you know, just man, he's no longer the hand of the king. And like I said at the end of the last video, I think it might be a bad thing, you know, like the saying, like keep your friends close and your enemies even closer. Because if he's not sat there at the hand of the king, then who knows what he's going to be plotting and scheming at afar, you know. But yeah, man, I really think it's going to be a bit of a bad call, you know. But who knows how this is going to play out, because I think we might get another time jump at some point. Maybe this episode, or maybe like the next one, because there are the older actors who needs to come in and take on the roles. What I really hope does happen sometime soon, and not later, because if they leave it for like episode 9 or even fucking worse, the finale, I think it's really going to be jarring going into a new season with like all new actors taking on these roles, because we've gotten so used to these actors playing the role. It might be kind of jarring. But that's just me, you know. I would rather they do the switch like episode 6 maybe, or episode 7, so that we can at least have like a few episodes with these new actors playing these roles. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to get into this. If you're interested in watching all the full lengths, there's links down below. The full length for this episode will be going up tomorrow, because to try and get this done and then the full lengths all in one day, it's a bit manic sometimes. So the full lengths usually go up about 24 hours later on my Patreon. But if you are interested in watching all the seasons so far, links are all down below. Go check that out. But for now, episode 5, series 1. Let's do this, man. I could be wrong, but it is, isn't it? This is the Vale. This is where the Hound was taking Arya, right? Right?
Husband?
Okay.
What brings you to the Vale?
Oh, okay. So I recognise this area.
Come to consummate our marriage.
So
The Vale sheep might be willing, even if I'm not. Our sheep are prettier, after all. Or perhaps your brother has at last had his fill of your company. Cast you aside in favor of a little girl. What will you do now? Will you strike the child down? Or...
oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, she's fucked. Probably broke her back or something. Yeah, she's fucked. She can't feel that.
I knew you couldn't finish. Craven!
Wow. So it's like, has he killed her off now so he can actually come and try and wed Rhaenyra? Because they were saying that he's already married. Hey, okay, so he's now hand. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Every piece of advice that he brought to the king has been kind of solid advice, you know?
I do not wish to see you go.
Such is the king's decision.
A decision I most bitterly regret.
You chose Rhaenyra.
If you had not been so relentless in advancing Aegon as heir!
The king will die. It may be months or years, but he'll not live to be an old man. And if Rhaenyra succeeds him, war will follow. Do you understand? The realm will not accept her. And to secure her claim, she'll have to put your children to the sword. She'll have no choice.
Oof.
You know it. You're no fool, and yet you choose not to see it. The time is coming, Alicent. Either you prepare Aegon to rule, or you cleave to Rhaenyra and pray for her mercy.
Wow. So I get where it's coming from, but it's like, you never know. I'm quite shocked that he's actually leaving though. I thought he was going to stay in King's Landing and kind of like try and manipulate things from afar instead of being sat next to the king. You know, stay at her side, whispering in her ear now. But, okay.
Welcome to High Tide, Your Grace.
What is the meaning of this, Lady Lena? Is this how House Velaryon greets its king?
My father has but just returned from his long journey.
Well, she's grown, isn't she? Fucking hell.
Lord Laris.
Vales, rare bloom, indigenous to Bravos. By all rights, it shouldn't be thriving here. Your father was a good man.
As is yours, who took his place.
Okay.
State your purpose, my lord.
I did wonder if she could be relied upon now that she is unwell.
Unwell? I haven't heard anything.
Begging your pardon, Your Grace, I may be mistaken. It's just that on the very same night your father was dismissed, the Grand Maester delivered a tea to the princess's chambers.
Tea?
Yes,
That the Grand Maester himself brought.
at the direction of the king, as I understand it.
Rhaenyra sailed with the king to Driftmark. Yesterday, at daybreak.
Oh, what good news. I must have been in error. Oh, a relief. See, I thought for Melos himself, that condition must be something very serious. What happiness it is to have been wrong.
Oh, I don't like him. We get rid of one snake and we get another one. Manipulating, planting seeds of doubt in her head. That's the Hand's son, right? He's got two sons, I guess now, yeah? Because the other one is like one of the Knights Guard or something, right?
Your Grace.
Rise, Lord Corlys.
Cousin.
Daemon's wife, the Lady Rhea Royce, has passed.
A hunting mishap. She was thrown from her horse. Her neck and skull both crushed in the fall.
A most surprising end.
The gods are cruel.
Indeed.
Sad thing that she and Daemon had no heirs to succeed her. She stood to inherit Rinstone.
Mayhaps we can turn toward happier pursuits. I wish to propose a marriage between your son, Selena, and my daughter and heir, the Princess Rhaenyra.
You honor both me and my house, Your Grace. There are certain details I would wish clarified. Can I presume that, in keeping with Westerosi tradition, their children would take their father's name?
Oh.
I only seek clarity, Your Grace.
They can both tell he's really struggling.
Selena and Rhaenyra's children shall take their father's name, Velaryon. However, at such time when their firstborn ascends the Iron Throne, he or she will do so bearing the name Targaryen. Dragons will rule the Seven Kingdoms for the next 100 years, just as they did the last.
This is an equitable compromise.
Yeah.
Good.
It makes sense. So the firstborn will be Targaryen. Like I said, it makes sense with her being the heir and she's Targaryen. And
I know that whatever agreement being struck up there will not change your appetites, nor will it change mine.
And what do you propose?
That we perform our duty to our fathers and to the realm, and when it's done, each of us dines as we see fit.
okay, so basically we'll marry for the realm, but yet we can go off and do whatever we want. Is that it?
Where is Leno?
He and Rhaenyra are walking the coast.
Good. Do they seem familiar?
They grew up together. Familiarity is not at issue.
I'm sure Leno was already taken with her. She's grown quite comely these last few years.
You know his true nature.
He's still young. He will outgrow it. There is no pleasure in the world like bedding a woman.
We are placing our son in danger.
Oh, okay, so the son's gay.
I've always feared the day you'd have to marry a woman.
See, I was wondering why, like, Rhaenyra was talking the way that she was to him. Maybe she knew. Like they said, they grew up together.
I've come to meet my fate and you make a jape of it.
That Rhaenyra will be queen of the Seven Kingdoms and you will be her king consort.
Or she had, like, an idea, you know, growing up with him, being, like, childhood friends. Maybe. Okay. I mean, it makes sense to get married for the realm, and then behind closed doors you have your own life, your own love and everything.
I've heard you say so many times how you loathe the lot of your position, that you are to be married off at your father's whim with no thought given to the yearning of your own heart. Now the day comes. Selena is a good and decent man, but you did not choose him. He was chosen for you.
It's true.
If there were another path, one that led to freedom, would you tread it? Rhaenyra, I'm asking you to come with me.
Yeah.
Away from all of this, from the burdens and indignities of your inheritance. Let us leave it all behind and see the world together. We will be nameless and free. Free to go where we like, to love as we like. You could marry me. A marriage for love, not for the crown.
Aww. He's really putting himself out there, isn't he? But that's a happy ending. Happy endings don't happen in this show.
It is my duty to marry a noble man from a great house, and Selena will make a fine husband. So Criston, Laenor and I have an understanding. I've granted him leave to pursue his own interests, and in turn he's granted me the same.
So you want me to be your whore?
Yeah.
As a knight of your king's guard, an oath of chastity. I've broken it. I've soiled my white cloak. It is the only thing I have to my fucking name. I thought if we were married, I might be able to restore it.
The Iron Throne looms larger than me, larger than anyone in my family. I'm gonna conquer, united, 7 kingdoms, and put them on a path. So Criston,
Well, I get it from both standpoints. He wanted to run away for love, and like, how many years have they known each other? You know what I mean? Granted, they've only been together once, but like, they've known each other for years now, and he's madly in love, and he wants to run away with her, but she has obligations. She has to carry on down this path that she's on. You know, so fucked up, man. Oh shit. I was just gonna say, he looks so fucked up.
You are her sworn protector and rightly loyal to her. The night of Daemon's return, there has been a rumour, or rather, my father received an accounting of a lapse of morals that may have occurred between... It is of course unthinkable for me to question the virtue of the princess, whom I hold in highest regard, but I did, however, wonder if...
She's talking about Daemon, but he's going to think, oh, she's talking about me.
There may be errors made. Breaches in resolve. Breaches, or rather lapses.
It happened, Your Grace.
Oh, no, Guy, no.
The sin you allude to. I have committed it. At her instigation, it is true, but it is no excuse. My oath has been broken. I have dishonored myself. I deserve no consideration. That rather than gelding me and having me tortured, you would sentence me mercifully to death.
What's she going to do with this information now?
You may go.
Could she use this information to blackmail him in the future? Or is she keeping this quiet because of her friendship to Rhaenyra? Like, maybe they truly love each other and everything. It's kind of like, thank God it's not Daemon kind of thing. But I really don't know what she might do with that information.
Fresh set of herbal poultices that might be more effective.
That will not be necessary or while. The leechings have always brought His Grace relief.
What's up with his arm? It's spread up his arm, isn't it?
House Lannister, with their lord, Jason Lannister, Lord Paramount of the West, and Master of Casterly Rock.
Torsten.
Congratulations, Your Grace. You have made a fine match for the princess.
Thank you, Lord Jason. I could think of no better man than Selena.
If this is only the welcome feast, I admit I cannot imagine what you might have planned for the wedding.
Oh, my daughter is the future queen. I wanted this to be a wedding for the histories.
Okay, so this is just a feast. This isn't the actual wedding. It's... Okay. But still, weddings in this show. There's always some shit that goes down.
Lord Corlys of House Velaryon, Lord of the Tides, Master of Driftmark, and his lady wife, Princess Rhaenys Targaryen, and their son and heir, Selena Velaryon.
How's that for a fucking entrance? Strong, dominant family, like, just shit.
My betrothed.
My betrothed.
Oh, here he is. You knew he was going to show up at some point.
We honor the crown's oldest and fiercest ally, House Velaryon, reaching back to the days of old Valyria and the age of dragons. With House Targaryen and
What?
The beacon on the high tower. Do you know what color it glows when Old Town calls its banners to war?
Green.
Oh, shit. So she's making a point. Like, Sir Cole isn't happy with being like the guy on the side. Could the other guy? Could he might end up having a problem with it? Oh, the looks, man, the looks.
I worried that, given leave of your father's shadow, you might wither in King's Landing's sun. But you stood tall. Know that Old Town stands with you.
Okay. So she still has family close by.
You know better than anyone. It was no accident. Are you confessing some guilt, Sir Gerald? I am making an accusation.
Oh.
You know, in King's Landing, men are made to answer for their slanders. The truth is, I'm glad you've come. I wish to speak to you about my inheritance.
What inheritance?
Lady Rhea and I had no heirs. As her husband, whatever she was due, now passes to me. She stood to inherit all of Runestone, did she not?
Wow. Daemon's making some moves then, yeah? Could that have been his plan from the get-go? Like I've said about how like he's like 1 or 2 steps in front of everyone else. But did he marry her with the intention of one day her dying and him taking on everything that she was meant to have? Because I thought maybe he killed her off so that he could try and marry Rhaenyra now. But...
I know who it is. The handsome paramour.
Oh.
Sir Criston Cole.
Our sworn protector.
Look at him. The man is fully construct. I believe Sir Criston has bloodied that white cloak of his with your bride's maidenhair.
Oh, keep your voice down.
This is a good thing. She knows your secret. And now you know hers.
Wow. I just got a feeling like something's gonna happen, man. I'm not gonna lie. You know what's funny? Like every time I see like people dancing in like medieval kind of times, I always think about that scene in fucking A Knight's Tale. Everyone doing things in routine and shit.
Sir Joffrey Longley.
Joffrey.
Sir Laenor is quite dear to me, as I know. The princess is to you.
Oh.
And their secrets. Because if those are kept safe, and so are we all.
Wow, why would you? So he's got that hanging over his head now, like you know as well. So he's living up to the name of Joffrey then, yeah, by being a little shit? Because why would you do that? What? See, weddings in this show, there's always something. Was that Cole? Oh shit, he's fucking up Joffrey. So I guess he must have really felt fucking threatened by it. Yeah, okay, that's his other son. Okay. Oh fuck. That guy is fucked. Oh shit. Yeah, you're fucked, buddy. Oh shit. Jesus, I had a feeling something was going to happen, man. I really had a feeling something bad was going to happen.
Warrior, Smith, stranger, hear now their vows.
I am yours, and you're mine. Whatever may come.
I am yours and you are mine. Whatever may come.
Was he really going to kill himself?
I proclaim Lenore of House Velaryon, Rhaenyra of House Targaryen.
Come on, man.
To be man and wife. One heart, one soul, now and forever.
Sir Criston.
Oh fuck. The rat's feeding on the blood. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. We gotta end because of the fucking I know they show like a preview of the next episode. We're not watching that shit. Okay, so fuck Fucking hell. It looked like they were actually marrying them two right at the end then. You know, maybe with how unwell the king is, it's like, no, they need to get married. We can't wait 7 days. But as far as Cole going away to kind of like kill himself, like he really loves her. You know, and they've been in each other's life now for a good couple of years. And if he's loved her from afar, even though they've only had one night together, if he's loved her this whole time, like, I think it would be different if we've actually seen it. You know what I mean? Like, if we've actually spent like a good season or two with them two, you know, little romantic little comments and little gestures where it's like, okay, they really do love each other. And then at like the season 1 finale, that's when they sleep together. And then we see them in like the second season still in love and maybe having more nights together. And then this whole marriage at the end of season 2. Like, if we had dragged this out and we had seen them interacting with each other, his actions would make more sense. You know, he's seen the woman he loves get set up to be married to somebody else. And then this other guy comes up and waves like this kind of like flag over his head, like, I know your little dirty secret. You kind of have an idea of mine, but your dirty secret could get you killed. You know what I mean? So I can kind of understand him lashing out like that. And if we had saw like 2 seasons of them two, like, it would make more sense. But because we've had like the time jumps, you could kind of look at it like, oh, you're just acting up because you love this girl and you spent one night with her, like, and now you're gonna kill yourself, like, you know what I mean? I think it would make more sense if we had actually seen it, you know. But the fact that he wanted to run away with her and he loves her and everything, and it's really fucked up. But Joffrey didn't help himself by actually going and talking to him, waving that potential kind of blackmail over his head. Like he said, like, we don't know each other. We've just met. I've just walked up to you and said, I know your dirty secret. You know what I mean? It's like, what did you expect was going to happen? But he's called Joffrey, so so fucked up. But as far as like Alicent knowing like the secret as well, like I said, like is she kind of okay with it? 1, because it's not Daemon. 2, maybe because she's always kind of thought that there was chemistry between them two, and because of how much she cares for Rhaenyra, maybe she thinks, well, you've always kind of had feelings for him, you know, so it's kind of okay. Or has she continued to keep it secret because she could use it as a blackmail tool at some point in the future, you know what I mean? Or does she see some kind of ally in Cole? You know, because they are 2 people who have been... They're basically 2 people who are getting hurt and kind of shitted on because of the Targaryen fucking family line and everything. You know, the king did it to her. Rhaenyra has done it to him. Maybe she sees like an ally in him, maybe. Especially if she's wearing green, like she's ready to go to fucking war. Maybe she needs allies now. But yeah, a lot of questions around Alicent now, with her motives and everything. And like, I was thinking, like, if her father's left, she's alone in King's Landing, she'll probably put her back up against the wall and, you know, be ready to fight and take down anyone who tries to like threaten her in some way or something. Her uncle was there, and I guess that's his uncle's wife. Like, she still has family close by. They might come into more of a position more relevant in the show later on. I'm still shocked that Cole fucked that guy up, man. Like, could he be in trouble now for what he did? But then it all kind of depends on, well, who was this Joffrey guy really in like the family wise? You know, was he just the guy's servant? You know, a friend? Is he just a friend of the family? Like, could there be like some trouble now for Cole? He's a part of the Knight's Guard, right? Well, the King's Guard. And he's also sworn to be like the personal like guard for Rhaenyra. So they could put it out like he tried to attack Rhaenyra, or he pulled a knife, like we saw he had like a dagger. So maybe just kind of work that storyline that he perceived him to be a threat or something to Rhaenyra. I don't know. Then that could open the doorway to a lot of like problems for, you know, who knows, man. Oh man. But yeah, the king as well, right at the end, collapsing. He doesn't look like he's in good shape. See, I wonder, like, are we going to have like a time jump and the new actors are going to come in and the king's dead? you know, the king's dead and that's it. I don't think they would. I think they would have to have like a funeral for the king, and you know, Rhaenyra and her new husband are crowned king and queen. You know, and like they keep saying that if she's crowned queen, then the realm will like go into war. They could have her crowned as queen, sit on the throne, and then have like a time jump with the new actors kind of come in, and the realm is now at war. There's like a civil war, people fighting. Maybe they'll do it that way next episode. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never read the books. I don't watch the previews or anything, so I don't know. I really don't know how this is going to play out. Okay, so we got a new Hand of the King as well. Like I said, I think he's the best call, because every time he's come forward with like advice, it's always been really solid advice. Yeah, so I think he was the best call. But I never knew he had two sons, right? He's got the big son who's in the Knight's Guard as well, right? I think. And then the other son who needs like a stick to walk and everything. It might be that kind of thing where like the one son has relied on his strength and his power, while the other one has to rely on his intelligence, you know, to get by in life. Because he's manipulating it. It looks like I said, we got rid of one snake and now we got another one. So he might be trying to manipulate the situation with his own agenda. Because it's like, what would be his gain? You know, I don't think he's acting on behalf of his father. I think he's got his own motives. He's got his own agenda. But what would be his gain from telling Alicent all that information about the tea and everything, you know, and planting the doubt in her head? Rhaenyra had lied to her, you know. What would be his gain from that? Like, I think I kind of said it in like episode 1, that even though this is the House of the Dragon, it's still Game of Thrones. There are still going to be power plays for that throne, people manipulating and controlling situations and shit. It's still Game of Thrones. It's just it's just focused mainly on House Targaryen. Man, once again, I'm still very intrigued with Daemon and his actions. Like I keep saying, I feel like he's a few steps in front of everybody else. Like I said, I originally thought he killed off the bronze bitch so that he's now free to marry Rhaenyra, because when Viserys kind of approached him and took him down to the ground, he was like, "You're already married," and da-da-da. Or almost like that's what's stopping him from actually marrying Rhaenyra. I thought maybe that's it. Maybe he just killed her off, so now he's no longer married anymore. But then there was all this talk about inheritance and shit. What makes me now think was that whole entire marriage just a means to an end. And from the way that they were talking, they've not even had sex yet. So did he just marry her just so he could gain the inheritance and shit when she died? If he did, then that would be some real cold, calculated shit. But then once again, like I said, it's the Game of Thrones. You know, he married into a established family so that he could probably take over it when she dies. And what comes with that? Is it like an army and shit? It would put Daemon in like a better, like maybe like a higher standing or something. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up, even though I feel like there's other things what I've not talked about and I've just completely probably overlooked. No, because that's it really, isn't it? I don't keep notes. I'm just going off the top of my head. And I think that's it. So I kind of want to get this edited and get this up for you guys. Plus I've got other stuff I need to edit as well. So yeah, I'm going to have to wrap this up. If you're interested in watching all the full lengths for this whole entire season so far, links are all down below. Go check those out. But for now, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man, alright? I've been SiTHFuRion, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.